You know why I always use PFF, like, in all my videos? It's not because I'm sponsored by them in any way. If they want to sponsor me, I would love to be sponsored. It's because they're the only sports news source that actually, I feel like, has a brain and I can actually listen to and believe the stuff they say. And they're actually logical. So today they released their running back breakout candidate for 2024. And can you guess who it was? Bueller? Yeah, it's Chase Brown. It's Chase Brown for the obvious reason that, yeah, he's going to be an absolute stud this year. And if you looked at him in any way last year, stat-wise, you would be like, this guy's not going to break out. What are you talking about? But if you really watched him run, watched him make plays, it's very clear that he is the guy who's going to break out this upcoming season. And by the way, Pro Football Focus does have a Cincinnati, maybe not them, but there is somebody who runs a Pro Football Focus Bengals account on Twitter. Just a little side note, this is not that. This is not their, like, Bengals account Twitter thing. This is actually their legitimate Pro Football Focus account. Which, again, if it was the Bengals version, I'd be like, okay, whatever, it's just the Bengals version, that makes sense, they're going to say a Bengal. This is actually legitimately their Pro Football Focus, which, again, just shows how amazing Chase Brown is going to be this upcoming season. And I'm excited for him, because, again, like I said, if you just look at his stats, 44 rushes, 179 yards, 3 average rushing attempts per game, 3.7. You look at all these things, he only played 12 games, never started one. You're like, come on, man. 4.1 yards a carry, this is not really that great. But then you watch him, and you go back and you see how he runs, how explosive he is. That's the one thing where I love Joe Mixon, and I really do, but he doesn't run like Chase Brown. Chase Brown, when he gets an open field, he is just dangerous to say the least. He can also pass block very, very well. He can catch the ball very well. Go back to, I believe it was the Colts game, where the opening play, this guy took a 50-yard screen pass to the house. So, again, when he gets an open field, he's going to be very dangerous. This upcoming season, we have Zach Moss as our starting running back. But Chase Brown is the future. That's why we're going to have Zach Moss on the 2-year contract. He's a little bit older up there in age. I think Zach Moss, I believe, is 26 years old. I want to say, let's see, believe he's 26. If I am correct. He is 26.2. So he's 26 years old, right? So he obviously is not the future of this team. It's going to be Chase Brown. Now, taking a look at Chase Brown, right? I just want to see what his blocking grade was. So he had 26.7 pass blocking grade overall last year. Now, again, did not play that much, but you can see in the certain games he was mainly a pass blocker. Jacksonville game, 74.4, 73.1, 5.3. This is the thing that really sucks about grades, and why I do like grades a lot, but then at the same time I don't, is that grades are all about averages, right? So if you play, for example, he only played 12 games, right? He had 2 games where he was absolutely a stinker. Then he had 4 games which would qualify as zeros because he didn't have a grade for those games. So when you average this all out, his average comes in at a 26.7. But reality-wise, if you look at this, you're like, well, the games that he was a blocker in, 4 of his 6 games, this guy was amazing. But it takes all the games combined. Same thing with Cam Taylor-Britt. Even though he really was amazing last year, because he missed so many games with injuries, it hurts his overall grades. So again, like I said, it is what it is. But then at the end of the day, again, this guy right here, Chase Brown, he's the future of this team. And I'm excited. And I'm happy that Pro Football Focus is actually, recognizing that and seeing that. Because, again, anyone who watches this guy play, you can see his explosiveness in every given play. So, I can't wait for this upcoming season. Because by the end of this season, and again, I know I've been kind of I would say critical of Zach Moss signing, right? And it's because, again, I love Joe Mixon, and losing him sucks. But I'm excited to see what Zach Moss can give us. But by the end of this season, I'm 1,000% expecting Chase Brown to be the starting running back. And that's not even a question. Like, this is going to be what's going to elevate this offense to the next level, is having an actual run game that opens up the pass game, right? You run the ball effectively, you can pass the ball effectively. You can, if your line is blocking correctly for the run, they're going to be able to block correctly for the pass, right? It's going to open up everything. You can't stack the box. If you can run the ball great, awesome. That means you can pass the ball great. If you pass the ball great, they can't stack the box. They can't stack the box, your offensive line that doesn't get overwhelmed. Can't wait for it, guys. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one.